Good morning, students. As we already discussed our chapter, that is alloys. Actually, the name of the chapter is metallurgy, and in that chapter we are discussing the topic that is alloys, right? And we already discussed its definition, that what is an alloy. It is a combination of a metal and a non-metal. Either it is a combination of two metals, or either it is a combination of one metal with a non-metal, right? And the combination is prepared by mixing various metals in their molten state. When we are mixing the metals in their molten state, then their combination is prepared, then we prepare their combination, right? And in that case, just wait a minute. Okay, in that there is a need of a fixed proportion requirement that we call as the composition of the system, that is the composition of the system, and then cooling their mixture to the room temperature. That is the thing through which we can make alloys, that you are mixing an alloy in their molten state and then cooling their mixture to the room temperature is the process for making an alloy. Okay, and there is a fixed composition and fixed proportion of metals in which they are mixed. So in our syllabus too, there is only two things are there in our syllabus. The first thing is the uses of the alloys, the different type of alloys we get and what are their uses to in our daily use or in our daily life or in our different type of products near to us. And second is their composition. Okay. Now, what are the properties of alloys? Why we are making alloys, and what are the different properties alloy can have from the simple metal? Okay, so it says as alloys are much more stronger than the metal which they are made. Like for example, if any alloy is made up of copper and gold, then that alloy of copper or gold is a much stronger as comparison to the simple gold metal. Okay, they are more resistant to the corrosion, right? This phenomena of their more resistant to the corrosion is used in many type of aircraft formations. Like aluminium we are using in the aircraft structure formation, and that aluminium that dura-aluminium we are calling them, that aluminium alloy is resistance to the corrosion, okay, resistance from the corrosion. So that very helpful in us to prevent the rusting portion of that metal. Okay, otherwise वो metal क्या हो जाएगा, rust हो जाएगा. So that portion or that situation is in a very difficult situation for everyone to implement, right? ये प्रॉब्लम तो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी हो जाएगी कि अगर एयरक्राफ्ट आपका चल रहा है और चलते चलते उसमें कुछ रस्टिंग की वजह से कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ और वो वहाँ पे रस्ट हो गया, तो वो तो एक बहुत ही बड़ा इश्यू हो जाएगा और उसका एक पार्ट गिर जाए. एंड सेकेंडली वी आर यूजिंग देयर alloys in the marine devices, various marine things we have, various submarines we have. So we are using these alloy material for making designs, for making the crafts, for making the different type of structures, and for making the different type of utensils or rest of the things we are making, which we want to prevent from the corrosion. Okay, have lower melting point. These alloys have a very lower melting point. It means we can use them for if we want them to melt at a very lower point. Okay, and or we can modify them in different type of structures, and they also have a lower conductivity value, so we can use them in our electrical appliances, or that are very beneficial and cheapest for us. Like they all are the cost friendly items, and their duration of time is very high. That's why these alloys are very useful for us. Okay, now next, the first alloy is the stainless steel that we already learned in the previous video. Now the second alloy is the brass. The composition of brass is copper is present either in the composition of 60 to 70%, and zinc is present in the composition of 40 to 30%. If copper is present in the ratio of 60, then zinc is present in the 40%, and if copper is there in 70, then zinc is present in the 30%, right? The properties of this brass alloy is that it is malleable. That means it can be converted into very thin sheets. And the second thing is it is ductile. It means it can be converted into easily in the very thin wires. Okay, can be easily cast, it means that it can be easily modified, or we can easily mold that substance in another substance. For example, we have one utensil from making from the brass, so you can use that. If that utensil get broken from one side or from two sides, so you can modify the rest of the brass material into any other material. Okay, you can make any other material from that brass, that is easily castable, right? Their molding is very easy. Resist corrosions, the main part is that they all are the corrosion resistant substances, yellow and silvery in color. Either it is dark yellow or either it is silvery in color. Okay. What are their uses? If we are talking about brass, it is used in the decorative hardware utensils, it is used in the screws, in the handles, it is used in the container makings, parts of watches and taps, some musical instruments, electrical goods and marine engines, some scientific instruments like, and also in telescope and microscope. We are not saying this thing that all the parts are scientific instrument are made up of this brass material, but somehow in a scientific instrument there are some parts which we make from this brass material. I am not saying this thing that all the instrumental material is made up of brass, but some part of that instrumental material is made up of the brass material, and same for the telescope and same for the microscope also, right? Now see how the different things are formed from it. The screws and the handles, you see na, these are the household products, and you already saw them in your neighbor's house, or maybe at your own house, or maybe in the TV or any another place. So this is the nearest material to us, and that is made up of brass, and that is the alloy. Okay, and the second thing is the cartridge and the containers. Containers, different type of ancient pieces, you know, in the ancient time people are using the brass material for making different type of ancient sculptures, and that sculptures, you know, they are resistance free. That's why after sustaining throughout so many years, they are not getting rusted. Okay, and this is the cartridge. This substance or this thing you are seeing here, this thing is used in different type of automobiles, and rest of the maybe in our, you saw them in our ROs or maybe some other place. So they are usable at such kind of places. It is not that we are knowing this material like इसको हम लोगों ने पहले कभी देखा है, तो मे बी कहीं ना कहीं एज एन अ पार्ट की फॉर्म में हमने इसको देखा हुआ है, राइट? ये जैसे कार्ट्रिज बोलते हैं। इलेक्ट्रिकल गुड्स में हम इनको यूज करते हैं। स्क्रूज सब में देखा है, तो मैनी येलो कलर स्क्रूज आर देयर विच आर मेड अप ऑफ ब्रास। दिस टाइप ऑफ मटेरियल इज इन इलेक्ट्रिकल गुड्स में हमने देखा है। ये वाला मटेरियल हमने अपने इलेक्ट्रिकल गुड्स में देखा है। दिस मटेरियल इज ऑल्सो वी सो इन आवर इलेक्ट्रिकल गुड। अगर आपने कोई अप्लायंस या किसी चीज को ओपन अप करके देखा हो, सो दे आर ऑल मटेरियल जो बना हुआ होता है किससे, हमारा ब्रास मटेरियल है। Now we are talking about the musical instruments. So these are the musical instruments that are made up of which thing, by our brass instrument. ठीक है, okay. And marine engines, in the case of marine engines we are using them, and that's a simple जो compass है that is present for the marine engines, just to tell them the direction, just to tell them the degrees and rest of the things. Okay, ये engines में वो लोग वहाँ पे use करते हैं इसके लिए. Okay, right? Now I hope this is clear to you all now. The thing of what are the uses of the brass. The brass is a composition of copper and zinc, and its uses are in the decorative purpose, screws and handles, containers, parts of watches and taps, musical instruments, electrical goods, marine engines, scientific instruments, telescopes and microscope, etc. Okay, clear this is. Now moving on to the next part, that is our bronze. The second one is our bronze, and its composition is copper is 80% and zinc is 2%. In the case of brass, it is copper and zinc only, but in bronze one another metal is added, that is our tin, and the symbol of tin is Sn. This is the symbol for tin, and it is our tin, and which is present in 18%. What are the properties for tin? It is very hard and easily cast, can take a polish. We can polish the bronze material, but we cannot polish the brass material. So that is also resist corrosion. So it is also a material which is resisting the corrosion. This resistant corrosion is the best properties of all alloys. They all are resistant from the corrosion. Okay, and it is hard and easy to cast. Now what are its uses? The first one is in making the medals, the second one is in making the statues, third one is in making the various type of utensils, fourth one is in bearings, and fifth one is in the coins. That medal part you already heard, that bronze medal you win, so it means that bronze, gold medal, silver medal or bronze medal, actually that medal is made up of such kind of metal. If we are talking about the gold medal, it means that medal is made up of gold metal, and we are talking about silver medal, that medal is made up of silver metal only. Okay, now you saw their pictures. This is the medal and the coins case. This is the coin. Here we have the coins, different type of coins that is made up of bronze, and here is the metal that is made up of bronze. Okay, now the statues, different type of such kind of sculptures and such kind of statues are made up of bronze. Okay, utensils, these utensils you ever saw in your house or maybe in your household pictures or maybe somewhere else, so such kind of utensils are made up of bronze. Okay, and these are the bearings. We are not directly aware of the bearing. It is not a ring, it is a bearing which is used in automobiles, which is used in the household pipings, which is used in inner raw material of or our different type of fittings. तो वहाँ पे यूज होता है, as such हमने इसको कहीं पे भी नहीं देखा है. So somehow that material is also made up of bronze. The best thing for making these alloys is that they are all resistance free. So in the case of, if we talk about bronze, so copper is present in 80% and tin is present in 18% and zinc is present in the 2% ratio. So बहुत ही सिंपल सी चीज़ है. The simplest thing is that we only need to learn what is their composition and what are their uses. Okay, but without knowing their properties we are not able to learn them, so that's why we are talking about the properties also. Now the next one is the Dura aluminium, and it is aluminium 95%, copper 4%, magnesium is 0.5% and manganese is 0.5%. So there are four metals present. First one is aluminium 95%, copper is 4%, magnesium is 0.5%, again manganese is 0.5%. And what are the properties of this duraluminum? Its properties is light but as strong as steel. This material is very light in nature, but it is strong as the steel is strong. Hard, it is very hard, and also resistance to the corrosion. It is also preventing the corrosion. So I also tell you, this property of resistance to the corrosion is the property of every alloy. Every alloy is showing this property, and it is highly ductile. Highly ductile means it can be converted into the simple sheets and the simple wires. It is a malleable compound also because it can be converted into easily a thin, very thin sheets. Okay, what are their uses? It is used in making the bodies of the aircrafts, buses and tube trains. Light tools, some light tools are there. Pressure cookers. So you saw this is the plane. So all the body sculpture of the plane is made up of from this duraluminum, and after that, like in our planes we are seeing there is a white color paint present on the plane, or almost the plane is of white color, not that silvery material, but still this is the silvery material which can be painted over on later. ठीक है, उसके ऊपर पेंट जो है सारा का सारा वो बाद में किया जाता है. The first thing is that this is the silvery material. Okay, one another use of this duraluminum is that it can be used in making cold drink cans. You saw ना, आपने cans तो लिए होंगे कि हम लोग cold drink के cans पीते हैं. So we are using in making cold drink cans also. Light tools means that various type of electrical tools which are light in nature, which are very light in weight. So we are using them also. So this is the light tool material which we use for made up of alloy also, and that is the pressure cooker. Now nowadays different kind of household pressure cooker are also present which we use after making the material of duraluminum, and that all the material are very light in nature and very light in weight. Okay, that is also an example of duraluminum pressure cooker. Okay, now what is the composition for the duraluminum? It is aluminium 95%, copper 4%, magnesium 0.5% and manganese is 0.5%. So that's the composition for it. This is the composition for the substance. Okay, now moving on to the next part, it is that we have a very fused metal. Okay, that next the last one alloy is the fused metal, or we are also saying it as a solder, and its composition is lead is present in the form of 50%. Same next here tin is present in the form of 50%. So in that 50% is the lead present and 50% is the tin metal present. What are its properties? It's low melting point, very low melting point, and very high tensile strength. It is that it is very good in its strength property. Now what are its using? It's used in the welding material as well as in the fuse. Now if we talk about that fuse material, I'm talking, it means we are using them in inverter batteries. In inverter there is a fuse backside of the inverter. That fuse is made up of this fuse metal or the solder material, and it is having a very low melting point. So it make our appliances, it gives us an alarming section before heating our appliance, right? जैसे ही आपका appliance heat होना start होगा, वो जो fuse का material है that goes on melting because it is having very low melting point, and after that melting there is a release in connection between the electricity of the 2 points. दो जो भी आपके पास में 2 points होंगी, उनकी जो connection है वो lost हो जाएगा, and we know up to this thing that something wrong, there is something wrong, और हम लोग उसको correction कर लेते हैं. Okay, you saw the pictures first. This is the welding material, how the welders use the welding material. ठीक है, ये आपके पास में इस तरह का solder की wires आती हैं, silvery color wires are present, and we are using that wires in the welding material here, and that are the fuses which are present in our inverter batteries, in our inverter appliances or rest of the other short appliances we have. जैसे ही वो क्या होगा, आपके पास में ये जो आपका वायर वाला मटेरियल है मेल्ट करना स्टार्ट करेगा, that connection get lost, and if that connection get lost, it means our that electric appliances is stop working, and we comes under know that there is some problem of the heating or any other material problem is there, so हम उसको ठीक कर लेते हैं. That is the use of a fuse. Okay, I hope this is also clear to you all. Now अगर we talking about solder, that it means lead is present 50% and tin is present in the 50% case. Same. If we talk about duralumin, it is 95% aluminium, copper is 4%, magnesium is 0.5%, and manganese is 0.5%. Right? Now, in the case of bronze metal, it is copper 80%, tin is 18%, and zinc is 2%. Now, if we talk about the brass, it is copper 60 to 70%, zinc that is 40 to 30%. Now I think that this alloy portion is now clear to you all. So thank you very much. You can take a look for the different type of examples also here, that musical instruments, marine engines, and bronze we are having its medals, statues, utensils, bearing, and coins also. And with the help of the duralumin that is used in making the different craft structures, buses, trains, cans, light tools, pressure cookers, etc. And that fused metal is specially used in the welding and fuse. Okay, that fuse we used in our household materials and different other materials. That soldier wire is present. So thank you very much.